Hey guys, I'm Brett, the Nerdy Engineer. I've had a lot of great feedback on my previous video on installing the Blackvue dash cam in my Tesla, but one of the things that everyone has been asking is how exactly did I wire it up? Now, I originally hardwired into the car. Underneath the carpet on the driver's side, there's two wires there, that 12 volt that you could tap into. And that's what I did, and afterwards I realized it probably wasn't the best way to do it. It would have been better to just use the Obd2 port. One of the nice things about wiring into the Obd2 port on the Tesla is that it stays powered all the time, even when the car's off. That way your camera can keep recording 24/7. So I ended up buying a Obd2 port memory saver on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. I think it's like 10 bucks, 15 bucks. When you get it, it's going to have the cigarette plug on the end, so you have to cut the end off of that, and then you have to buy a cigarette outlet, which this had little jumper cables on the end, so I cut those off, and then you can splice it together. And this will allow you to plug the Obd2 memory saver right in. It goes by the kick plate on the driver's side, right up underneath the dash. You'll find this port. So you just plug this in, and then you can plug your Blackvue dash cam directly into here and power it up. Now, to do these splices, you'll have to strip the wire. The one that I picked up, it's got thick insulation on here, so it's kind of a pain to get the insulation off. But once you get that outer insulation off, you'll have two inner wires. If you pick up one of these, it'd make your life quite a bit easier. I used to always strip wires with a razor blade, but this thing, pretty nice. Just keep downsizing it, so find the correct size, which this one is an 18 gauge. Squeeze it, and you might have to do it a second time, turn it a little bit. There you go, you've got your wires. Now you can twist these, and you'll want to pick up a set of Splice Connectors also. These are pretty cheap. I ended up buying a big pack on Amazon, but you can get a small pack from Home Depot or Amazon. And then you put one of these on the red, or on the bullet end, and one of these on the receiver. On the receiver, you want to make sure you don't go too far in to where the plug's not going to work. So what I'd recommend, go ahead and splice this one, and you just crimp this down. Make sure your wire stays in there. And I like to do two crimps a little bit apart. That way it's going to definitely stay on there. And on this side, if you push your wire in too far, this isn't going to fit in there properly. So what I do is I go ahead and push the wire in, and then you can put this in here and make sure now put your wire in far enough. You want to make sure you stripped it far enough so that in this connector area you have clean wire. So yeah, there's clean wire right there. Push it in. You don't want any bare wire sticking out the back. You could potentially cause a short. And just crimp this. There you go. Now you've got your wires crimped, so you can easily connect and disconnect your splice. And that's it. This is the final product here. On the cables that I bought, this cable from the cigarette plug was thicker than the other side, so I had to use, the blue ones are slightly larger, but they fit together just fine. They still work just fine. That's something to keep in mind. If you do buy a small set, make sure that your wires are going to work. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this gives you the confidence that you need to install your Blackvue dash cam on your own instead of paying a couple $100s to have somebody install it for you. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got a few other videos in the works right now, a few on the Model X. one on my solar panels, some other tech products. So please subscribe, that way you see all the upcoming videos. Thanks guys.